want to wish the Jewish people in America and Israel and all around the world a very happy Passover.
Passover celebrates the Jews' redemption from slavery in Egypt and their exodus out of that narrow place of oppression. You can read all about it in the book of, you guessed it, Exodus.
We celebrate God's liberation of the ancient Israelites from slavery in Egypt, guiding them through the prophet Moses on a 40-year journey to a very, very promised land.
Indeed, yeah. After that evil fucking Egyptian pharaoh.
The fucking enemy.
That's right. You know what we called him?
What you call him?
Toby Shelby.
A reminder not only of the enduring strength of the Jewish people, but of the importance of putting our faith in Almighty God no matter what the circumstance.
Okay, kids. Easter weekend is an observation of Christ's crucifixion and resurrection. So, ba-bam! Ba-bam! A basket with candy. We got chocolate bunnies. We got candy.
Have a blessed Passover, and may God continue to watch over the Jewish people, the state of Israel, and the United States of America.
Yes, indeed, later in the internet. Good evening, good morning. I do not know. The sync was out with that. That was really weird. Happy Easter, everybody out there, and happy ex-Passover. Actually, tonight is called Mamuna. Now, I'm laughing because I'm thinking of that Benny Hill sketch where he's singing a song and then a sexy girl, like a native girl, comes out and removes an item from clothes and says, something like Mamuna. I can't remember what it was. And then he finds out Mamuna means shit or something. I can't remember. It wasn't a good sketch. I'll be honest with you. Much like that Benny Hill sketch, this wasn't a good episode of Doctor. This was, whoa! Well, I'm still compiling it. Let's say that. Although I have enjoyed some excellent Doctor Who of late. Just nothing official. Firstly, did you feel like you got a I thought my internet was going out. They looked a bit dodgy there. They still look dodgy. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, looks like they're coming back. Anyway. When you bought the season 7 box set, and there really wasn't that much on that. I mean, listen, the seasons, I'm talking about the 1970 season 7 Blu-ray box set, and they're all worthwhile, right? They're all pretty darn good. But this one, you had I would say a very good cut down edit of the Silurians, and another one of what's it called again? Inferno, right? And done by Pete Matigo. Look, in a perfect universe, I would, and like, I'm given control of all of the media, which, God, wouldn't that be fucking awesome? I mean, really, like, who wouldn't think that's awesome? But I got trying to share this into a group, this stream onto a group now. There was a Doctor Who fans in Israel group. They vanished, or did they ban me? I can't remember. They posted all my stuff instantly. No, I'll try fans in. No, maybe the group's not there anymore. Let me see if I look it up. Because it was okay. This is a Facebook group that just like reposts everything instantly. Doctor Who fans in Israel. Is there such a group? It isn't there. Did they just change it? Hang on, I'm trying to work this out. Doctor Who fans in Israel. He says I'm a follower. What does that mean? I don't understand. I thought me work something out in real time, right? Which is more entertaining than Doctor Who's like, Doctor Who, oh god, it was cringe. Fuck me, it was cringe. Anyway, season 7 Blu-ray, right? Fine, I can't find that group. That no longer exists. Season 7 Blu-ray. I mean, it's looking dodgy as well. Anyway, those good 2 re-edits, and again, Perfect Universe, right? I'm giving control, all media as is right and proper. Boy, are we doing a Jerry Anderson cinematic universe? That's happening, right? I got great plans for 2000 AD. Anyway, but I was given control of Doctor Who. I will do many things, right? I will do many things. It would be a 12-episode season and a Christmas special on a lower budget. That's my first stipulation. It would have, and it breaks my heart to have to say this, and it really genuinely does. But it would have to be a white male, clearly straight Doctor Who. I can't believe I've got so straight in there now. I'm holding my breath for the casting of James Bond. I'm sorry, it's got to be a white English straight bloke, right? That's who James Bond has got to be, right? Everything else, we can talk about blonde hair, whatever. Well, you did it, wasn't happy with it. Anyway, 12 episodes a year, a budget like 2005, kind of comparable to that. Right, with a Christmas special. I would also, again, having control of all space and time. All media. I would have a 12-episode animated season. Like I'll get somebody like what's his name, Dino Puff, right? Who did it does incredible animation. You got to check out his stuff. Like he did a great Celestial Toy Maker. I mean, just beautiful. The best animation, like literally the best animation I've ever seen. Right, Doctor Who animation, right? It's absolutely beautiful, right? And he's done other ones. He animated Big Finish stuff. I'll do a 12-episode season of different older Doctors animated, maybe Big Finish stuff, maybe not, right? Okay, so we're looking pretty good on the Doctor Who verse right now. I would also, right, get on my hands and knees and beg Peter Capaldi that Peter, we were robbed. We were robbed. Okay, because here's how we were robbed with Peter Capaldi. His first season was him being a very green, fresh Time Lord, right? And for the most part, it didn't work, sadly. Flatline was the standout episode of that season. He was always fantastic. I like Into the Dalek as well. But that was me for you. I always thought they should have more actual Daleks inside into the Dalek, as an internal a defense system. Yeah. Anyway, we got fun with it, little Daleks inside Dalek. Anyway, the second season, it was very much I am the Doctor, right? That was very much, he comes out on the tank, and again, people hate it. I loved it. It was like dropping acid and watching a John Pertwee episode, right? And it really was. Who else could come out on a tank, right? There's 3 people who could come out on a tank in a frilly t-shirt, wearing sunglasses and a velvet waistcoat, right? With a guitar. 3 people who could get away with that. And only 3 people. Those people are obviously Peter Capaldi. Absolutely, yeah, he could, because we saw him do it, right? There's Jimi Hendrix. He's the other person who could do it. Yeah, absolutely. 100%, right? And then you have John Pertwee, right? So to me, it was like watching a John Pertwee episode on acid. It was like, what? And then Clara and Missy turn up and he starts playing Pretty Woman and you don't know who it's for, but it's probably for the Master, right? Missy, whatever. But that was him being the Doctor, right? But we're supposed to get another 4 or 5 seasons. Then the third season was his twilight years, right? We were robbed minimally 3 seasons. Oh, fucking awesome Doctor Who. Oh, with Toby, what's his name? Being Human. He's done a bunch of great episodes, right? He did the I can't remember, the God Complex. I love that episode. Oh, man, what a great episode! And he was in the Capaldi's final episode as the German soldier. His name will come back to me, but I'll probably forget. Anyway, yeah, with it. So we were robbed, right? We were robbed. Oh, awesome Doctor Who. Like, imagine Tom Baker going, you know, you have season 12, fantastic. We've got Genesis of the Daleks. You know, we've got so much stuff, awesome stuff going on. Season 13, I mean, it's all, they're all bangers, right? Terror of the Zygons. You know, isn't that a big brew for the three of you? They're just all bangers, right? Great season, right? But imagine then go boom, straight to season 17. Like, wait, what? Season 18, I should say. What? What? Right? You missed out before season 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That's a lot because so I'll get my hands things. I would beg Peter Capaldi, right? I would beg him. Say, could you do? Okay, here's my idea. Minimally 4-part seasons, right? You can film them back to back in a whole year, right? Or however you want to do it. And then once a year, whatever 4-part Capaldi season, right? I don't think that would be, and because we were robbed. And then, of course, you know, I have a Eccleston special because, you know, why? Because he would do it. What did you fire Russell D Davies and Jane Tranter? Yeah, I did. I'm in, right? we fired Phil Condon too. I'll do it for free. Anyway, I digress, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, I'm adding one more thing in. Okay, this is just what I would do. I would have an annual Christmas special with the Peter Cushing Doctor, written and starring Mark Gatiss. Oh God, that'd be awesome. Oh. So you see, it's the war advantage that this happens. It's not going, but it's the element of it. But what would I do with Doctor Who? How do you fucking save this shit show? What the fuck? Really? It's like, you know, listen, when a show breaks its fourth wall, when an old show breaks the fourth wall and starts talking to the audience, it means it's over, right? That means it's out. It's done. It's like laying on the beat, like, do you remember that movie Inception? Right, wait, it starts off with Keanu Reeves, like not Keanu Reeves, the other one, Leonardo DiCaprio on the beach, unconscious, right? And he's like groggy. Yeah, that's where Doctor Who is. It's on its ass. Fuck me, it's on its. I mean, it's not just on its ass. Critically, it's not just on its ass. In terms of, you know, his future, which is, I think, very dubious now. Right? We'll see what the audience share is and the ratings. The audience share is the thing to look at now, apparently. Right? You know, we'll see. But I think it's looking very shaky. Right, I mean, with Disney, I don't know. Look, it's Disney. They make Snow White. I mean, like every time you go, they can't make more of this. That'll be insane. And then you go, but it is Disney, right? Like honestly, do you not think, like, by January this year, at the absolute latest? Not only shouldn't they shouldn't have formed committees to start to wind down the idea of wokeness in their material, right? They should have put a, like, if they were sane, you put a hard stop on everything. Don't release Marvel movies. I'm like, fuck me. And you know what? Also, the stupidity of it. Last week's episode with toxic masculinity so easily could be edited out. Right? It so easily could have been edited, but that was the point of the fucking episode. Oh, boy. Point of tonight's episode is Rusty Davies is an old... Okay, here's the thing. He's an old white man who has money. And from what I can tell, has nothing to show for his life. Right? Other than the wonderful things he's created. But he doesn't have children, right? And I think he's feeling that. And I wish him no animosity. I really, genuinely, I don't. Right? I think he's doing a shit job. I think he's past it. But I don't think he's. I think he's bitter that his life choices have led him to an empty place. And I think me saying it then would enrage him because he knows he lives in an empty place. Right? And again, I'm not going, hee, yet, no. It breaks my heart to see how Rusty Davis will go. I mean, and he has. Right? I mean, yes, he has. And God bless him. Honestly, I still think It's the Sins of the best thing he's ever written. I found that it's not like he's not talented. Right? Just like tonight's episode, it's not like it didn't have fantastic ideas. It had a lot of fantastic ideas. That fucking tragedy of it. It had a lot of fantastic ideas, right? Anyway, so what'd you do with a problem like Doctor Who? How the fuck did you save this shit show? Because this queer, mincing doctor, it's ridiculous now. You know, it's like he's fingering his arsehole in between takes. It's so fucking gay all the fucking time. Like, dude, cut down on the... It doesn't need to be this gay. This is so gay. And I don't believe people say, oh, it's very subtle. What? It's like gay. I mean, look, listen. Do you remember the Care Bears? Let me tell you a story about the Care Bears. Right? You know, I come from a different generation to you, right? I come from a generation where we were all very optimistic. You know why? Because we grew up with the Care Bears. Yes, we did. And they're Care Bear, and they wouldn't be angry or aggressive. Well, they'll be firm. They'll stand their ground, right? And then when some super bad shit was going down, they would link arms, right? And they would stare, right, at whatever the bad shit was. And actual love would shoot out of their chests, right? And melt away whatever it was. Now, sadly, I have discovered you can't shoot love out of your chest, right? That's just more make-believe. You can shoot love onto the chest, and let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that's the second best. That's a Dave Chappelle joke. What was I talking about Care Bears? Because if I talk about Care Bears, that's where I'm going to get. What was I talking about Care Bears? Other than shooting Gatwa would work as a Care Bear, a super gay Care Bear. Like everything is super gay. You know, it exudes being gay. I don't know. He's just got an expression like he's wearing arseless chaps underneath his clothes. And probably the thing is, he probably is, right? Probably. So how do you save a problem like Doctor Who? Okay, so if you're new here, I will I'll tell you my plan, right? Just to, not that this ever would happen, but this is one of the myriad of ways you could fix Doctor Who, right? I would cast. It has to be a white male doctor now, which breaks my heart because I like Hamish Patel as a doctor. I think it'd be fucking awesome. I would love to see him as a doctor. Right? I think he'll be dangerous, and I think really it'll be new and different. I think he could be really warm, which I think the doctor needs. That's what Tom Baker just exudes warmth, right? Shooty Gatwa doesn't. Shooty Gatwa looks like he wants to give you a handy all the time, right? And he's like, "You're welcome." No, I mean, I don't, Shooty, mate. It's okay. Everything. Oh. Anyway, look, the brand has been tainted beyond belief. So here's my belief. I think if Doctor Who rebooted and came back with a white male doctor, something very traditionally Doctor Who, right? Sexy, right? Pierce Brosnan if he was young, right? Matt Smith type, right? Matt Smith was the perfect doctor, right? Sexy and awesome, right? Just he got the character so innately. Really, really perfect. I mean, just absolutely perfect. I've always loved the idea Unless he comes back for a special. I love the idea where his reality keeps getting switched, which is what they played with today, which I think is what I'm going to rant about, which is funny. Was right, and he like turns into a Troughton episode, right? And it goes black and white. Oh, what's going on? Oh my, giddy on, right? I don't think that would have been awesome when he did, because he was an awesome Doctor. That's the biggest problem with Doctor shooting outward. Is shit at being Doctor Who. Like, you know, I don't want to be a dick about this, but like, hey, is he worse than Jodie? I don't know. Here's the difference, though, right? Tonight's episode has some brilliant ideas. I don't think a Jodie episode ever had a good idea. Let's look them up, right? Because I can't think of any. Let's just do a compare. And if Christian had a good idea, I will say. You know, I have no problem saying it. Right? New window. Let's have a look. We'll go Doctor Who episode guide. Dun, 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 dun. Indestructible Captain Scarlet. Dun, 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 dun. It's just a bit of a musical interlude. I hope I don't get copyright struck for my pitch perfect rendition. So again, look, basically I think when people see a white male Doctor Who, right, that's good. That's fun, right? That doesn't preach to you. I think it'll go down. People will be like, yes. Okay, so let's see. Was there one good idea in the entire Jodie era? Warren fell to Earth. Eki Thumper Woman's Doctor Who. No, that would turn out a shit. Ghost Monument. Nobody notices me because I'm just a lady. Always be tired. It's back. I hate to say this. This is half a good idea. Right there. Okay. I think I give him a half. Rosa. Oh, Eki thought white people are bad. Arachnids UK. White people. Oh, Donald Trump's bad. Saranga Conundrum. I don't know. Men can have babies. No. Demons of Punjab, white people are bad. Kablam, we are bad. I don't know. Witchfinders, straight people are bad, and they're also gay. It takes you away. Fathers are bad. Battle of Aranskor, Avkolos, this script is bad. Resolution. What the fuck was Resolution about? I remember it had the Dalek outside. Oh, that's the one with the new type of Dalek. Was it? No, it was a shit idea. Okay, fine. Not one good idea. Spyfall. Okay. Good title. Now, is a good title a good idea? I mean, like, having Stephen Fry and wasting him, shit idea. Like, what a disgusting waste of Stephen Fry. Unbelievable. Sash the one as the no, you know, all that was shit. Okay, fuck you. I was trying to be nice. All that was shit. All of it is fine. Oh, awful. Nightingale Tesla's nighttime, awful. Fusion, awful. Oh, look, here's another Doctor Who, but this time she's black and cool. But she wasn't. Praxis, fucking awful. Oh, look at me. Gay people in space. Can you hear me? Yes, I wish I fucking didn't. No, awful. Hoarding of the dildo villa. Fuck me also. Although they had a good idea. I found the one good idea in the Jodie Whittaker. Actually, no, I'm going to say two. Fuck me. I'm saying two, and you're going to disagree with me strongly on one. I'm going to say the lone Cyberman, the last Cyberman, that was a good idea. That was the one good idea they had up until that point, right? That could have been taken out. Also, I like the casting of Sash the One as the Master, right? But is that an idea? No. And also, I like the Cyberlords. I thought that was a fucking fun idea. Right, it elevated the Cybermen. I like the design. I like them. It was. I think they realized a bit clunkily, but I thought as an idea, that's a good idea. So time to show them a fucking awful idea. Revolutionary Dalek. Oh, bad people make Dalek. Oh, fuck off. Halloween Apocalypse. Okay, I got that. Hands down, we can say the last Cyberman, right? The lone Cyberman, whatever. That was a good idea. Now, I like that. I thought more of the sometimes that was a good tease. Look, here's the thing. And here's the mistake I think people make with Donald Trump. If people don't like Donald Trump, they hate everything about him constantly, right? That's stupid. I mean, look, it's not like Donald Trump doesn't give people stuff not to like about him. He's a very mockable figure. But you don't have to go like I understand you don't like Elon Musk, but he waves hello and you say he's saluting Hitler. I mean, at that point, you're fucked up, right? Okay, fine. Okay, it's good idea. I like Carvanista, right? In the flood. I like the doggy. I thought that was an idea that could be used and made to work. That's what I mean by it being a good idea, right? I even quite like the realization of it, right? It just it needed a bit of a professional writer. I think when it's saying I think you can get Paul Cornell could write that into an awesome character, right? Because I think that he's very good at that, right? And again, he's a douchebag. I don't have to pretend he's not good at what he's good at, Ben Cook is a great interviewer. He is. He's a douchebag. He's a shit editor, but he's a great, I don't have to pretend he's bad at everything, right? I think his writing, it's a tragedy. His life went nowhere, but what can you say? So I thought the tease in War of Sontaras was actually a good idea, right? Yeah, and I also like their depiction of Sontaras, I thought were good. I kind of like the Sontaras liking candy, even though it was really stupid. I thought that was kind of fun, right? But again, much with the current era, what was the main point? You had Jodie Whittaker's big flat-footed feet all going, I give up, here I am, I keep up. Even the Daleks, no, that wasn't a good idea. You see them? No, there wasn't a good idea there, and I don't know, the Master stealing the Doctor. Fuck off! No, so I would say the whole era had how many? One. I'll give it 3 ideas. It had 3 ideas. I don't think this one's had a lot. I think Star Beast you could have worked on the main work. While Blue Yonder was good, the Giggle. I mean, look, these all had strong ideas. I think that's the fundamental difference, right? There's something that a writer could take and staying pretty close to what it is, fashion it into being a banger, right? They just fucked it up because they're all like, oh, yay! Let's say how chicks have dicks. That won't age at all. That won't look stupid in the space year of 2025. Fuck me. How many months later? We're at April, so 17 months later, it's out of date. As the court said, oh no, chicks don't have dicks. Right? Yeah, you can say you do, but you don't. Right? Oh, then you had Asian what's his name? Not Sir Francis Drake, whoever it was, what's his fucking name? Isaac Newton. I just never made an Isaac Newton as like a surfer hipster, right? And then you had the fantastic casting of what's his name as a toy maker, right? In fact, the realization of Star Beast also fantastic. It was just the queer shit they threw in. So yeah, you had good ideas. I think you had a good idea here on Church and Ruby Road. I don't think you had a good idea of Space Babies or The Devil's Chord. Or Boom, or 73. I don't think it was a good idea in any of these. Dot and Bubble, yeah, that was a good idea. Rogue was an awful idea, and there was no good ideas there, right? Okay, so let's say the Joy to World was a good idea. Robot Revolution was a fucking good idea. And Tonight, I think, had lots of good ideas. However, it was awful. 30 minutes in, I get to the review. It was shit. There was a great Alexei Sayle sketch once where the army does reviews. Here, let me see if I can find it. Because it was much like that. Here, let me see if I can find it. Alexei Sayle army reviews. Is this the one? No. No, it's not here. Never mind. Anyway, I said I experienced some good Doctor Who. So first, did you feel fucked over by the season 7? Because and there's stuff on it, but not the stuff I want. Listen, the T-Rex in the Silurians is distractingly awful. Let's be clear, it's fucking awful. So Cunning Monkey has done Matrix versions of, which is like kind of cut down, but which are very good, with new effects on all of season 7. Well, I'm trying to think. What do you think he needs? What effects did Inferno need? I can't really think of any. Like I think Ambassador Death is going to be greatly helped by new effects. I think Ambassador Death will be greatly helped by a Pete Mateague cut with new music, right? I think because there's so much time where they're running around this scaffolding, and it's just like there's no soundtrack. It should be dun 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 dun. There should be something going on. So I think I think it could be really re-edited really well. Anyway, so he did new effects on that, and it needed new effects. God bless them. Oh, with their washing up bottles, making spaceships. They did their best, but mate, this is my. So also he did the. So anyway, what I did, because I really like the Pete Mateague edit, is I went in in Premiere, like a professional. Which I use a lot, professional editing module, and I spliced in all his new effects. And hey, is it worth it? That was really good, Doctor Who, and he's got a cut down. It's like an hour and 20-minute version of Spirit of Space with new effects at the beginning, and it makes it so much better. It's crazy, and the dinosaur just makes it so. Yeah, let me see if I have a clip of it. I think I do. It's really so that was the good Doctor Who I experienced. The other good Doctor Who, hang on 1 second. I got a clip called Shooty Insufferable. I don't want to look at that now. I mean, I just did that. What am I looking for again? I don't see it. That's a shame. 1 second. Really? How do I not see it? It was just the other day. It must be there. You know, I'm going to download it again because it was really good, and it's like it's wrong to show it off. Hang on, Cunning Monkey. That's a bloke. Cunning Monkey. I'm probably spelling it wrong. I know I'm spelling it wrong. I think 2 N's. Cunning Monkey. And then we'll try Cunning Monkey Doctor Who if it doesn't come. Is that it? I think that's it. I think I found it. And I just had a link to it. Like literally just that here. And the beginning of Spirit of Space is also really cool. Because it starts off with a voiceover of the Time Lords from the War Games. Here, I'll show you the trailer. Here it comes. So there again, this was good Doctor Who. Good Doctor Who doing good.
We have noted your particular interest in the planet Earth. For that reason, you will be sent back to that planet in exile. You will be sent to Earth in the 20th century. And will remain there for
this is the opening Spirit of Space.
as long as we deem proper.
Yeah, and they were really good. So the cool thing about that is if you look at the radar, they're in a perfect formation, which is just and this kind of explains that, and it really just makes it better.
He's a complete stranger. I've never seen him before in my life.
An alien who travels through time and space in a
yeah, so make sure this is cut. This is an hour and 20 minutes long, so that means they chopped off about 20 minutes. And well done, if I may say so.
spot.
Yeah, that's the new effects for Ambassadors of Death. And boy, does it need it.
Control to capsule.
Scan closer. Still very high.
Coming down fast, Emma. Anything this wrong?
It's got real sweat on this guy. It's like, I mean, she's kind of. I think it looks like they were just in the middle of a bunk up to me.
I know that you're not an imposter?
But you don't.
Oh, by the way, this is Miss Shaw.
Delighted, Miss Shaw. Delighted.
How could that be an imposter? Come on.
Everything, my dear.
For-do. Now, if that be done today, it'll be shooting using a dildo up his arse. It's like, oh no! The autos are attacking up my arse.
A couple of our junior technicians went.
The autos are attacking up my arse. I think that should be my new tagline. The autos that are attacking up my arse.
Exploring on their day off. There was an accident. One of them was killed.
Unusual.
Oh god, the new T-Rex is so much better. The really one of the smart things they do is you only see it in the like the light, the flickering lamp light from the helmet, right? That really sells it.
Abrasions on the body. Straight.
This is so much better than the Doctor Who's on tonight. It's so much better, and it's free. Go to his website.
Strangely resembling scratches or claw marks. Claw marks.
Just makes the whole thing better.
Are these the same as the footprints you saw in the cave?
No, this is smaller. These are the footprints of a biped.
Someone down there. I think I hit him.
Did he attack you?
No, something else. Bullets wouldn't stop.
Because I want to find out more about these creatures. They're not necessarily hostile.
Doctor, it attacked me.
Yes, but only.
Okay, this is a bit of a rabbi question. Now we have girl Silurians, right? Would you like to fuck a Silurian? Is that a turn or a not to you? I don't know. I'm going to say not. I mean, obviously Jenny would disagree, right? And you know, I wonder if Madame Vassar's got that, like, you know, V-like serpent tongue thing going, because I can see why Jenny would like that. You know, I think it'd be put to good use. Now, would you like to do that? I don't know.
You didn't attack me when I was in Quinn's cottage. Hello. Are you a Silurian?
Yeah, this little glow they add on really does help. Right, and also, yeah, this little reconstruction. I mean, this is lovely work with the dinosaurs. Look at the dome. Wouldn't you love it to Doctor Who to go back and like start spending time with like old Siluria before the fall, 200 years before the fall? That'll be awesome.
No contact yet.
No contact for 7 months.
Something took off from Mars.
Do you hear anything from him?
Still nothing. I'm going to rotate the link up.
Yeah, I got to. I've just seen the Bastard of this. So I'm not rushing to watch it again, but which I liked it, but like it's not something you really watch often. But like these new effects really help. And again, for fucking free. Oh, that's where good Doctor Who is. Oh, they're gonna merge. That's pretty much what it's like when I orgasm too.
Helicopter and smoke bombs.
Yes, they were very well organized.
I just wish there was some kind of filter they could put it through so it's not always so miserable and wet but grey.
Right, cut it open.
Hello, Space Control. This is Recovery 7.
Well, what good's a rocket without a pilot?
I'll take the rocket up for you myself.
Controller, you must
Oh yeah, that new shot really worked.
stop liftoff.
Doctor Who is go. Dun, 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 dun.
Can you jettison stage 1 prematurely?
Doctor, a large unidentified object.
Look, maybe this is the Jewish part of me, but can I reiterate? This is free! This is free! Oh, the money they spent on the Season 7 box set. This is free!
Is approaching you on collision course.
It's closing in too fast. I can't.
Many people say it to me as well. It's closing in too fast. Oh, so much better. Oh, God, thank you.
Well, according to Professor Stallman, we shall have a vast new storehouse of energy which has lain dormant since the beginning of time.
The circuits are locked and overloading!
I think that's a new effect, but is it really necessary?
Liz, it's me.
Okay. Dark Liz, way hotter. Don't know why, way hotter.
Don't you recognize me? Already told you. I come from a parallel space-time continuum. A twin world of this.
Welcome back.
Where did you go? The rubbish tip?
A rubbish tip.
Oh dear.
Yeah, that one we got rid of her. Anyway, so that's one, and the other one, which I'm really happy to talk about, I'm going to talk about off the episode, is this season 14. This is real pucker Doctor Who. I really enjoyed this today, right? Because you can get this available as on Dr. Alex's YouTube channel, also for free, as he does a performance of it, which is I find very entertaining. Right, and very captivating. It also has a AI Peter Capaldi reading it as well. This is he's done 3 seasons. Each book is a season of very authentic Peter Capaldi Doctor Who set, which acknowledges the Jodie branch into reality and then like brushes it away. Thank God for that. And go for them doing it anyway. So the first book, first volume, season 12, I guess, was like a normal 2005 2007 season, like 12 episodes or maybe 13, some one part of some multiple stories, but very much in the Peter Capaldi ray. And again, it carries on seamlessly from his last episode, acknowledging Jodie stuff. The second volume of it, season 13, was a single narrative. Fucking awesome. Oh, so awesome. If you remember in Nemesis the Warlock, right in the 80s, when Brian Talbot came on, it was do like the steampunk empire thing. So that's basically where it is. It's like in this like diesel punk pastiche, and it's really cool. And the Capaldi Doctor just fits seamlessly into it. There's like mummies and it's really good, right? It's really genuinely good. It's the Capaldi Doctor with Romana and K9. It's just so Doctor Who. And then so this is the final season, season 14. I've just done the next episodes 3 and 4, which is a 2-parter, which I'll be reviewing on. This is real Doctor Who, though. This feels like, and I'm not even joking, right? This feels like really totally authentic. This is Doctor Who like you love Doctor Who. It's really weird. It's really okay. Let's get to the chat, and then what was I going to say? And then we'll talk about this episode, which is just I don't even know what to say. Tomorrow night I'm going to do a deeper dive review. I've downloaded it, so I'll do it as like a screen grabs. Share screen. And again, I don't want to take away from it. There were really genuinely great ideas in this episode, right? Genuinely they were, right? It's just, oh man. And firstly, the drag factor of shooting Gatwa, he's just like nails on a fucking chalkboard to me. And he's so gay, right? It's his opening scene is him being so gay, being very, very, very gay. He's like, where basically they're about to step outside in 1952, and she realizes she's got to get changed. He says, "Oh, honey, baby, let me tell you, the best has been a time traveler. It's the clothes, darling." And he's just gay, giddily running off with them as they change, and he comes out doing this little jig. He's so not like fucking Doctor Who, right? Oh, me. It's and again, I don't mind if you have a hero who's super duper gay. But Doctor Who isn't super duper gay, and that is super duper gay. And if you're not haven't got enough cultural awareness to realize that this is super duper gay, maybe you shouldn't be making Doctor fucking Who, right? I maybe that might be and man, it breaks the fourth wall and cringe beyond. Oh God, I was like, what's that movie with Scarlett Johansson when she's naked a lot? Not as good as you think it'd be. Under the Skin. Right, so this guy is floating in this black void, and he gets all like, sucked it, like decompressed. Yeah, that's how much cringe is. You're like, oh, so much cringe. Oh, so much cringe. But again, some very good ideas. Terrible acting. Yeah, just terrible acting as well, which I'm really kind of surprised about. Let's get to the chat. Robert Payne is here. The cringe that hate theological ignorance and disdain. Don't remember anything about theology, but I'm not disagreeing with you, Robert. This is my first impression. The only thing that's not strong with this was plot. Yeah, plot light. Doctor Who for dummies. I mean, right. By the way, like, share, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button. Hopefully your comments will come through. Jesse Toliani says, utter woke nonsense. Now, is it? That's the question. Is it woke? And again, forgive me. This is there's lots of. you got Shooting Out, which is super fucking woke. Dr. Flaming. Fuck me. That's that's a lot of woke in one thing. That Shooting Out was there, being so woke. And you got white people bad. First time done, I thought reasonably well. Second time, annoying. Now, look, the problem with the white man bad thing is it's trying to portray white people as being uniquely awful. I'm like, no. I think you'll find there was more black slavers than white slavers, right? Because why are you acting like racism is only a white thing? And frankly, I think the least racist people now are white people. Frankly, look how racist Black Lives Matter is. The people who believe that sort of nonsense, and saying it so stop pretending that white people are the enemy. Right, anything that makes white, especially working class people, the enemy is bad in my estimation right now, and is part of a propaganda campaign which I pray will fail. Anyway, so was it woke? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, pretty much. Doing everything you're doing there. I think we're doing the garbage. Hell, chat. How are you doing? Hell, garbage. Segregated 3 times every 3 minutes. It was like twice, maybe. I don't know. No, this is my impression. It wasn't that much. But it was too much, but it wasn't that much, right? PD Richard, I didn't pity. He said Peter Richard, BBC Studio is just throwing out stuff ASAP for money now. I guess so. I was saying, how do you fix the shit show that this is Doctor Who? I think, look, if you do a reboot where it's exciting, new Doctor Who with a white straight lead, doing normal Doctor Who-y stuff with with a sexy companion being like Verona Caesar's fucking awesome, and she remains awesome. I have to tell you, she is really good. All right, I prefer Millie Gibson. A bit more fun. We need a bit more Joe fucking Grant, right? Than angst, right? We need a bit of fun. That would be nice. But you do that, I think people will be very excited by it. And then I'll do it kind of like in a complete reboot. And even remake episodes, I'll do like a new version of Tomb of the Cybermen. I know you're going, oh, sacrilege, but I think it can be done, right? I think it's worth being done, right? And then anyway, during the first season, you'll get like a nod, a wink to classic Doctor Who, of a Troughton or something. There'll be some kind of like etching that they find. And then when you get to the next anniversary, you'll do an anniversary special with lots of people who are famous who aren't Doctor Who. Right? You'll have Hugh Grant, you'll have Benedict Cumberbatch, whoever you can get, and like Doctor Who for a day, right? I think it'll be super fun. I'd love to get Pierce Brosnan in, right? Oh, that'd be awesome. I love seeing his Doctor Who, right? Especially now he's kind of a silver. By the way, Mobland, awesome. I strong recommend. It's on episode 4 this week, I think. Pierce Brosnan as his Irish gangster family head, and Tom Hardy as his chief enforcer. It's fucking awesome, right? Anyway, at that point, I would say that everything up to Capaldi was canon, and anything after that was like some kind of shattering of reality where they had to reboot it. And you had like alternate realities which made the Jodie stuff. Doesn't really fucking matter. But anyway, I would tuck all that stuff away, right? I would have classic era Doctor Who. I would have the weird Jodie shooty Tennant spin-off, right? As its own thing, and this thing as its own thing, right? That's really what you got. You got to do a reboot, right? Because everybody like, look, it's been 7 years, 7 years of this relentless bullshit. It's you got a stank on it now. It's not doing well for you. Anyway, Stephen Braddock, how you doing? I remember after watching that terrible episode, I have never been so angry at Rusty in my life. R.I.P. Doctor. It's not the worst episode ever. I said there are way worse episodes out there. I'm not going to work this out now. Orphan 55 is way worse. I'm sorry. So it's not like the worstest ever. But it's pretty bad. Let's be fair, it's pretty bad. Cal Western, thank you for the dino buff. That's the bloke. If I get control, it will start with a great purge. Oh, fuck me, that will start. What was bad about it? Do I feel the concept was probably stronger than the finished product? But how woke was this one? I'm curious. That's David Mann. Again, I wouldn't. There's some things that are intrinsically woke. The white hatred was too much and obtrusive and unnecessary, frankly. And, I mean, look, I think there's much more interesting ways you could tackle this. Like, if you have Shooty Gatwa go back to segregated 1950s America, you don't have the Doctor instantly ingratiate himself into everybody and they all kind of trust the Doctor. Have that happen, but have him being black and have them question their own like views of black people because they suddenly are able to see the Doctor. Right, that would be, and that's uplifting. Then that deals with reality, and it doesn't say, "Oh, they're terrible shits." Right? I hate the white man bad shit. Stop with it. Right? So I think any of that is a bad idea. Right? Look, there's a lot of very strong ideas I thought in this one, especially the villain. The story was just too slight as well. Doctor Who used to be cleverer, right? And it's just a bit dumb, right? But yeah, look, there's a lot good about the story. I'm marred by Shooty Gatwa, sadly, and Rusty Davis once again. Okay, those two are their own worst enemies. Paul Towson is here doing Paul Towson. I heard he cried. He always fucking cries. I didn't notice, but he always fucking cries. Right? Cross Godwise is here doing Cross Godwise. Thank you for joining us. I was saying, said I dreamt last night that Peter Capaldi was driving an old car with a tiller instead of a steering wheel. He asked what I thought of Doctor Who. By the way, I just the last episode of Black Mirror I saw was the Peter Capaldi episode. Fucking awesome. Like, fucking that. Was that an uplifting episode or a depressing episode? I don't know. I thought fucking awesome. But Peter Capaldi is fucking awesome. All right. Dave Martin says, looking at the Waterstone graphic novel shelves today, nothing at all. Doctor Who, very sad place we live. Yeah, look, they're not doing any mainstream characters, action figures. Everything is BNP exclusives or online exclusive. Right, Doctor Who jumped the scene there. There was some super cringe, right? Petey Rich says, on his ass, it's gone through its own backside. It really has, and completely. It's literally fucked itself in the ass, right? Strangely, right? Strangely. Time forward. I'll be on there when I finish here. I'm going to go over there, okay? Because I'm sure they're all going to be like positive about it. But I have no idea. Dr. Alex says, I was just waxing lyrical about your fabulous season 14. Talk about that more in a second. Lord Thoth is here. I would say hello to you, but I'll say hello to you again. Marlo says here. How many fellows were supposed to be Khan, though? I thought, what's his name playing Khan? Hang on. It's the guy from Lost, which I thought was great casting. As Khan, I think he'll be a great guy. Listen, if Robert Meyer Burnett says that's a good screenplay that they're doing as a podcast, Robert Meyer Burnett has my trust. Him saying something that's worth my time, I will look at that and I'll be excited, right? So, yeah. Audemars Balance is here. I would cast Ben Barnes as the Doctor, Prince Caspian. Oh, that's an interesting idea. I'm all for making Ultimate Mirabala's showrunner. I think that would make life better for all of us. Joe Diminick says, just got a ban for a Facebook group about the Seventh Doctor because I was in the group and I said Lux is better than Robot Revolution because it's not misandric, pure fantasy. It's a fair comment, I think. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And they banned you for that. Oh, sorry, Joe. What can I tell you, mate? Listen, you know you're on target the more they freak out, right? That's the more target you're on, right? You right on the button there. Excellent. I found that out to my detriment many times. Excellent 577 is here. Now Excellent 577. As is Andrew Smart. I enjoyed most of it. There was some had some cringe that could be cut like twice upon a time. But much better than Robot Revolution. Was it better than Robot Revolution? No. I thought Robot Revolution was better. Honestly, I think the central idea of Robot Revolution was stronger than this one. I thought the villain was very good, though. It was just like... Look, the script... Okay, the acting was poor for most people. The script was lazy and tired. But again, I think the central ideas were good. And Shooting Gat was awful. He's just like, his nails are fucking chalkboards. Like, I can't stand him. Oh, God. He's so bad as a Doctor. He's got no delivery, no voice. It's just, it's ridiculous. It really is. Hello to everybody. If I could change things, I'll bring back the Valiard, says X-Men. He's the reason that the Jodie Whittaker created two Doctors. Okay, fine by me. That's actually a good solution. I like it. Same as Rabbi Robin is walking sci-fi. Yeah, and I didn't believe him about Bacall season 3. I said it's not possible. It's not possible. And fuck me, it was possible, right? Bacall season 3, just oasis of awesomeness in a sea of terror. Anyway, so that's all about this episode. Starts off. This she still had the awful haircut from last week and terrible. And it's like his performance is all about. His performance is very sexualized to me. It's all about kind of like a preening sort of thing. He always seems to be about to offer you to give you a blowjob. I mean, just like, ooh, hey, baby. I mean, like everything's like that. So they're trying to get back to the date of the penultimate episode, which is May 24th, I think. And they can't get there, so they're trying to get closer to there. And they get bounced off to 1952. So he's got this like little doodad machine thing that's going to like try and connect them to that date, right? And they're going to stop at a few places to triangulate it. Great season, Cap, right? I mean, it's just that's a really good season arc. All right, and again, I don't want to pretend this doesn't have good ideas. It does, right? And I don't want to give it credit, not give it credit where credit is due, right? I'm probably bending over backwards doing it too much. Because Shooting Gat was like nailed a fucking chalkboard, mate. Anyway, so the episode that starts off, I've got to say, with they're in a cinema in the 1950s. Cartoon guy comes on and starts talking to them and goes, titles. I think. Yeah. And then and again, I'm just like not well disposed to this series. I don't want to like pretend I'm like, oh yeah, I'm its best friend. No, it's fucked me off left, right, and center. I would gladly see it fail horribly. Right? Honestly, the show that gave us this. Are you fucking kidding me? Right? And they referenced it tonight. What are you thinking? Never bring this up again, you fucking idiots. Oh, anyway. By the way, my stream yesterday, great thumbnail. Well, basically it was a review of last week, right? The queer era turns as a massive failure. And I call it a queer era because that's what they called it. It's not me. Does everybody normally hate this show this much? Oh, certainly, whenever I'm in it. That's true, Shooty. That's true. And again, everything is like he minces everywhere. Fucking hell. Oh, stop. And he's much more mincy this year than last year. Like, they figured they'll just let us get used to him last year. And then they let it go, mince away, baby. Oh, everyone's going to love the fucking mincing queer Doctor Who. No, we're not. Oh, Rusty never doubles down. Yeah, man, what a fucking moron. Anyway, they're in the cinema. Cartoon Man comes out, and in the TARDIS, Belinda wants to go home. And listen, I like Verada Seethu a lot, right? She's better at this. This episode is a good episode for her, and it does something to her which I think really needed to happen, which is make her less of a Mardy cow. Right, she starts to relax at the idea of traveling with the Doctor in this one, which I think is very important for this character, and it puts her. There's a lot of good. Again, she's good. This episode, generally speaking, not so much. Anyway, so oh yeah, right. Before the Cartoon Man comes alive, the moonlight hits a spoon. I'm not making this up, which bounces off a picture that goes into the projector, that goes in the man, that makes him come alive and step out the screen. And then titles. Anyway, so then they're trying to get Belinda home. This Doctor is shit. Although, doing the Doctor-y thing, I was quite happy about this, actually. And look, I hate this fucking console room. Oh, so white and sterile and boring. And doesn't feel like a time-space machine has been lived in for 1,000 years. Right? It's just fucking boring. It's my least favorite console room of all time. Is it worse than Jodie's? Oh, fuck me. I don't know. I think it's worse because they clearly spent a lot more money on it. And it just looks ridiculous. Oh, it's a real dud, isn't it? It's such a bad idea. Oh, so I don't know. But and one thing I don't like is the console is just too fucking big. It's massive. It's ridiculous. Like, Shooty looks like a teeny tiny man in it. But he is under the console at the beginning, like doing doctory stuff, which I okay, at last, right? And they're trying to get us back to 2020, May 24th. They stop it in Miami, 1952. It's 4 a.m, and look. At first, they do deal with the segregation thing, I think, in a reasonably good way. If somewhat unnecessary, again, as I said, I think it's better. It's better not to say, "Oh, by the way, white people, we think you're shit." Like, there's racism everywhere. There's bigotry everywhere. You want to be culturally relevant? Talk about why you're the left wing is completely insane and racist, right? It's so bizarre. So no, they won't do that though. Oh no. So they go to a diner. Everybody seems kind of nice to them as well, which I like. That's why I think this worked. Right? It's saying, look, they're not legally allowed to be there because it's segregation. Right, and I'm saying, so segregation was great. No, I think honestly, it breaks my heart because, like, if in 1965, right, you can walk into a black neighborhood and you see everybody having jobs, being married, wearing a suit and a tie, right, and being honest, working, good people, compared to like the drug-addled rat dens that left-wing fucking politics has turned black people's lives into. All right. I think Martin Luther King would like weep. Really would. And honestly, I do think left-wing people are just super duper racist. Right? I really do. That's why they always assume you're racist, because they really are super duper racist. So anyway, but again, the reason this I felt was that was because the people there were all very friendly to them, and which I think made the point work better. Did the point need to be made? No. It's Rusty Davis being white guilt, which he's got a lot of, which I think again, and I think because it's his lack of anything with substance in his life. Because look, I'm sorry, you die with whatever you build in your life, right? You can die surrounded by friends and family and children, or you can die alone, right? It all depends on what you invest on in life, right? And I think he's gonna die alone. I think he's losing his husband is a tragedy. I think it broke him. I think, although he wrote some wonderful things afterwards, but he believes all this like white people bad nonsense, right? And he believes racism everywhere, and I think probably it is in the entertainment industry. But I think left wing people are generally speaking more racist. Anyway. So they go to a cafe and they're nice to him, even though they're not legally supposed to be there. There's a thing happened a few months ago at the cinema where everybody went missing. So it's a nice mystery. Again, the trouble is though, the stories. The 45-minute runtime hurts it. When it was like 50 minutes, it was much better. The extra 5 minutes really makes it be able to breathe. But also the thing, the stories are just. They're too simple, right? You compare this to his 2005 to 2010 run. I don't know about Moffat stuff, which was notoriously hard to follow for a lot of people. I liked it, but if you compare it, the stories are just so simple nowadays. But again, also I found the Protectionist, who's a major character. Fucking terrible actor, right? Or gave a terrible performance. I don't understand what I was watching. So finally, they go back across the street and sneak into the theater, and she's like, "Okay, fine." She doesn't really want to go, but he's like, "Fine, okay. There's a mystery. You can do it." And they sneak in, and that's where the clip. That's that famous clip that's around. They put out last week on the meeting, Mr. Ring-a-Ding, right? The cartoony man. Again, I don't know why I wasn't really convinced that they were looking at a three-dimensional object, or looking at an object when they were clearly it was a green screen or whatever. They seemed they were looking at. They didn't seem like they were both looking at the same spot, which was weird. Oh, maybe maybe just shoot is not very convincing, right? Maybe he's just bad at being the fucking Doctor, and him being a bad actor hurts fucking everything. And again, this is my first impression. I've just watched it. My first impression of you. I don't know. He's an awful actor. He really is. Have you ever seen the movie Bullets Over Broadway? It's a Woody Allen movie with John Cusack as a writer who gets the mafia to underwrite his play, and he has a mobster guy who's like keeps an eye on everything. Oh, because the mobster's girlfriend, their boss's girlfriend, stars in it, and she's awful, right? So the mobster that's been like that, the gunman that's been sent to like bodyguard her, starts helping write the play, right, and gets very personally involved in it. And and then one day she's sick, and they have the understudy, and everything, even bits that she wasn't in, was better, right? And so he basically ends up killing her. Spoiler warning. And he says, "Go stand over there, would you, darling? Yeah, stand out on there." And he's about to shoot her. Dolores, whatever her name is. I just want to know, you're a terrible actress. Bam, bam. And like honestly, mate, I think his bad acting may just infect everything. Anyway, they run upstairs and they meet the projector plays his song, so he has to like dance along to it or something like that. They run upstairs to meet the projector. Again, really bad actor. I understand it. They talk about segregation a bit more, I think. I can't remember. And then when they finish the exposition, he talks about how he had a film of his wife, then she came back to life. That was all quite nice stuff, right? But again, there's so many things where it like didn't make any sense. There's when they find out that the cartoony man is really one of the not the trickster, the toy makers gods or whatever they are. The awning at the front shatters and it says the word harbinger, right? And he reads it, but he's inside. How does he know, right? And if there's a lot of stuff happens like that. It's just dumb. A lot of it's just dumb. Again, I don't want to detract for there were good ideas in it, but it was dumb. So what happens? They then are attacked by him and they're sucked into the cartoon, right? They become cartoons version of themselves, and they realize whenever they give themselves, and again, this is really kind of stupid. They give themselves depths in 3 dimensions. They become more 3D. So first they're like CGI, and then they become like real versions of themselves, right? When they confess like bad, like stuff they don't want to talk about. Like talks, he doesn't know how to get home. He's scared, and he's always such a weak character. It really is. Anyway, so then they keep trying to break out the frame, and they're like pulling the frame down. Eventually, they're in a white background, and honestly, this thing should have been reasonably cheap to film by the looks of it. Right, I mean, you have the special effects of the cartoon man, but honestly, I think they could have done it on a 2005 budget fine. Right, a lot of it's on a white screen, right? And so they're in this white screen. They're trying to break out of it. They can't. They realize they got to push out, right? And then it goes cringe. Oh, cringe to the max. Super cringe! Oh God, it's so awful. They push, and a TV screen falls out, and they climb out of a TV set, and you got 3 super cringe Doctor Who fans. I mean, just super fucking cringe. Although none of them has purple hair, right? And is like unsure of their gender, which is weird. You would have thought 1 or 2 of them would be. These are Rusty Davidson. You have a sad woman wearing a Telos t-shirt. You have a injured man wearing a unit t-shirt and a Doctor Who scarf, and you have a woman in a fat woman in a some kind of mobile chair. I don't know what her issue is, right? And they're Doctor Who fans, right? And then it breaks the fourth wall. They talk with Doctor Who fans about how much they like Doctor Who, and they said they like Blink better than his episodes. He said, well, what about the one with the goblins and things like that? I'm like, okay. And then they say, no, we really don't exist, and they want to sacrifice themselves. So, and they also tell the Doctor how to win as well, which is kind of stupid. They want to sacrifice themselves. I think it was a loving, kiss to fandom, which came out awful. Came out as a middle finger, because look, fandom is look, over the last 7 years, it's only been awful Doctor Who, and it's attracted a strange sort of person, right? And it wasn't really reflected in that fandom. They should have really had Faris in that scene. It would have made more sense, right? Yes, that is the ultimate. That would have made a lot more sense. They should have had Mr. TARDIS and Faris in that scene. I really do. I honestly, because I think that's the fandom Rusty Davis wants, right? Yeah, I hear you guys vomiting in your own mouth at the thought of it. Catherine Theater says, we aren't supposed to be hoping the Doctor dies and regenerates. If he does regenerate, we don't even know what's going on with this, right? So anyway, so yeah, they talk to the Doctor Who fans, and the Doctor, they say they're going to not exist anymore, so they can break out and they can fight the Mr. Ringading, which they do very badly. It's a really stupid. None of it. It's not good. First, the Doctor is. First, they reference the toy maker, the doggy. What's his name? Sutek, the awful Sutek version. This, I'm like, why would you reference this? This was a massive fucking no. And Jinx Monsoon. Again, fucking all these fails. Oh, it's awful. Anyway. So the Doctor Who fans told them if they stop the film, right, it'll burn the film and they'll be able to break free, right? That's how they get out of the being in a projection, right? Then they fight Mr. Ring-a-Ding, and the idea, but they're shit at it. He gets captured straight away by magic film, right? Like literal film, like wraps around, holds him, and he starts draining his. Firstly, he uses his Artron energy, which apparently has an unlimited supply of now from his regeneration to like heal a burnt hand. And then, so then Mr. Ring-a-Ding has him strung up with the film, and they're sucking his Artron energy out of him. It's making himself more real, becoming more three-dimensional. It's that these episodes are too slight, too quick. This villain hasn't really been set up, right? It doesn't. It's like this. Really, it needs minimally a two-parter, I think, to really set up this villain properly. That these stakes actually work. Anyway, so she's have this. Oh god, it's so stupid. So then, what's her name? Verizon Sethu is going to set fire to their store of film that will blow everything up, and I don't know. That's a plan. Their plan doesn't make any sense, right? She gets ready. She meets the match. She goes to the projectionist guy. He won't let her in, right? And then the vision of his wife appears and gives him the match. Maybe it is maybe it's a mystery that's going to be answered. It's his wife reappears and gives him the matches to give to her. And then he throws her out, and he likes a match that blows it. Massive hole, right? As the Mr. Ring-a-Ding bloke is growing, and he became more 3D and CGI. Celluloid flower, absolutely. So then she blows a hole in the side of the building, or he blows a hole inside the building by blowing up the celluloid, and the sun starts coming in, and then Mr. Ring-a-Ding starts absorbing all the sun's energy, and he gets huge, grows and grows and grows, and eventually he becomes one with reality, or one with the sun, or something, and just is everything and nothing. I'm like, okay, what? And then all the people who disappeared at the beginning, they found them in a film, which somehow didn't blow up. They all come back. Oh, there's a scene I forgot. There's a more racist scene in it. Oh, right. When they think they got out, the police show up with the mother of one of the people who vanished who met him in the diner, and they liked him. She was nice to him. Right, and they met him, and she turns up and said, "Look, they're Negroes in a white people's area," and it was all a vision by the evil thing. But like again, it's just give it rest, Russell. Honestly, and it's just not like Doctor Who. He's fucking awful. I'm not he is just awful in the role. Thank God there's only 6 more episodes. I ever have to see his grinning fucking face. Oh God, he doesn't make you feel warm and safe. He feels like a pedo. Oh fuck me. I'll be way happy with what's his name? Captain Jack, John Barrowman, than shooting Catwell. Honestly. Like everything he plays, it so insanely sexual. Oh, stop! Oh, I tell you, I can't. Does my head in, mate. Does my head in. Anyway, so just and then the fans turn up at the end talking about the episode. It's just so much cringe. Oh god, it's so much fucking cringe. I don't know what to tell you. It's so much cringe. Fine. Okay, so good Doctor Who, right? As opposed to not that's also bad Doctor Who. Go away. Good Doctor Who, which I really enjoyed today. Was this season 14? Is this his third season? I actually did the cover because I like it so much. It's great. It's a Capaldi Doctor and Romana and K9. So I'm on episodes 3 and 4, which are called Broken, and it's by Old Media Guy, I believe. And it actually does something that I don't like current Doctor Who doing, which is somewhat clunkily commenting on today's world, right? However, it's done so well. First, it's a 2-part story, so you get some actual character, and then it's more than 45. That's not lightweight. So the Doctor, Romana, and K9, they come across a comment about the crash into a planet, and like a good Doctor Who story, they get split up. Romana and K9 end up with this space station, which is staffed by. There's something he's been doing in season 14. Which he has done before, but season like the first 2 episodes very much made the Douglas Adams, was it Little Furry Creatures on Alpha Centauri, things can become real. So they have the Dad's Army crew, a bunch of old, a very talented old media guy, a bunch of old dodgery men, and they clearly Dad's Army, right? They staff this space station. The Doctor ends up on the planet, and there's some kind of battle of the war of the sexes happen, and women have taken over. Which again, to me, you've really got to lean into the absurdity of it. I don't think it does enough. Right? It's got to be very Douglas Adamson to get away with it. So it feels much more like the 2 Ronnies were returned. So I don't think it hit the tone right, and I think it could have done. Right, and because it was too much realism in the absurdity. So again, I don't think it really worked. Whereas something like Happiness Patrol, I thought because it felt like it was 2000 AD, right? It was a very heightened villains. I think that that's the way I think it needed. Anyway, so there's been some kind of war between the sexes as this comment's coming. The Doctor's got to find some aluminium for some unknown reason to be able to stop the comment. And they split up and they have parallel adventures. You've come to find out that this war has been stoked by a third party with another weird name, and the Doctor ends up with a pseudo companion. Was it Lieutenant Breen? I think, and it works very well, right? And again, he writes the Capaldi Doctor, or at least he edits the Capaldi Doctor to sound like the Capaldi Doctor, and this actually felt like an episode of Doctor Who, right? Again, because it had story and character. Where I say this really doesn't. It was too much of a sketch, right? It felt like it was just a rush sketch, whereas this felt like real Doctor Who. And I don't want to spoil it, but they obviously deal with the war of the sexes. And blindly following orders and good stuff that Doctor is really good at dealing with, right? There's an exciting romp going on with the comment about to crash down. Again, the Dad's Army crew is a lot of fun. They are. You do like it every time they show up, and. Again, there's a good kind of big budget action denouement, right? Which it feels more like a Doctor Who movie starring Capaldi. Actually, now I think of it. But again, it's a very prison in space. Or what's the other one? Which is awful. With the Ice Warriors and from Vengeance on Varos. I can't remember. Mission to Magnus. Oh god, it's awful. It's not as bad as that. It's nowhere near as bad as that. Anyway, but yeah, I think they really could have heightened that a lot more and made it more absurd. Having said that, it was an enjoyable fucking read. Like the first part, I listened to the book on tape. I get free on his website. Buy the book on tape. You should support him. Buy the book. And the second part, because it's Sabbath, and I'm probably going to do this next week. I just read it, and I had a lovely time reading it. Right? I genuinely did. I haven't read a book for years. I really fucking enjoyed it. Right? I got to like sink into it. It was well written in that in that regard. Right? It was an easy and pleasant read. Right. So yeah, for me, again, two good bits of Doctor Who. Cunning Monkey's new effects on season 7, and this it was really good. Genuinely good Doctor Who. I'm looking for the next week's episode because it's one of mine. And also Lonnie's like Space Ghost something or other. I can't remember, but I am. So yeah, please, can I really recommend? If you want good Doctor Who, it's out there. Fans make it. People paid for it don't. They really don't. Anyway, fine. I'm going to head off now. I want to head over to Dan's channel. You can catch me over there. I'm going to stop have a bite to eat, so I'll be there in about 5-10 minutes. I'm back tomorrow night, right? I'm back tomorrow night where I'm going to do a deep Space Ghost Assassin. Thank you. I'm back tomorrow night where I'm going to do a deep dive review and really go through it. This was just my first impression. And my first impression was, it was shit. All right, fine. Have a good night. We're going to hit the end broadcast button.